And off we go. It is a red hood?
Oh,
Okay.
Boo's playing red? I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Frost versus Red Hood. This is going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, Moo, a very mechanically talented player, just weaving through the focus basics, having the awareness to not move sideways during the frost wide.
Oh, Inverse gets it with the laser after rolling. Possibly
Yeah,
to avoid the corner.
really good counter aggression from Moo to recognize the roll and just fire the basic.
Sunwave does get used to possibly avoid the knives, but it did look like that Inverse was going to get hit with the wide there. Doesn't matter, he's backed up into a corner and gets hit with the knives.
Yeah, and Moo just really consistent in pressure here. But A-Inverse no slouch either. Just dodging, backing up slowly to not get hit by those knives, but rolls right into that laser.
That is unfortunate, but we'll trade it out with the wide on to Moo. But at one heart, this round might be lost for Inverse.
And Red Hood is the character you want to play if you want to get just one stray hit. There's so many things to get stray hits with. The stationary wide, the knives, the basic. But A-Inverse, so good at dodging, just staying alive. Knows that the end game is the chance. Rolls forward aggressively and catches with the wide, and suddenly it's looking a lot more possible for A-Inverse. But no, the basic closes in as A-Inverse moves up to avoid the knives, and that's the first card.
Inverse does get hit with the laser of this round. First hit of the round. But seems to be recovering nicely.
But Moo, utilizing Red Hood so well, just making it so hard for A-Inverse to move in. So many obstacles to the melee. And constantly staying at arm's reach to be able to dodge the focus basic without issue. Oh, but it's a little early in the micro and moves up into one of the top shots of the focus basic. Really nice defensive stun wave from A-Inverse. Doesn't get punished for it. And now both players just wanting to get a hit before the walls close in even more, but the one that wants it more, A-Inverse. The one that wants the walls to close is the one that ends up getting hit.
Stun wave does get used, but with the knives and the lasers, Inverse has no choice but to get hit. One heart remaining. Moo is in a corner here, and surprisingly hasn't used Vanish this whole game.
Yeah, just backs out. Microing so well out of pressure.
But Inverse gets hit with a laser, and that's going to be the first round going to Moo.
Moo is so steady under fire. Like, A-Inverse is approaching with focus basic, and Moo's just dodging all of it. It's wild. A-Inverse playing back, trying to avoid stray hits, but backs up, moves a little downwards, right into the front of the laser. Answers back with the basic, and has the setup afterwards, but chooses to move back instead.
Stun wave gets used, not enough to save him from the laser, and possibly the knives if the laser didn't kill.
Yeah, really rough position there. Had just used the roll, so that was still on cooldown. Uses the roll here to try and get better position to try and stack basics a little. But Moo just avoiding them. Will this basic do it? No. Oh, yes it is.
It's still doable for Inverse. It's
Definitely.
just going to be really difficult.
Inverse needs an angle in.
Moo is in a corner. that shouldn't really matter because Mu does have Vanish available.
Yeah, and Inverse had a lot of pressure against the wall there, but just none of it landed. Oh, there's finally a hit. But a return back from Mu, and it's suddenly not looking good for Inverse at all. The knives closing in, roll used. These next few basics could be deadly. Good stun wave.
But that's going to be the hit onto Mu. Inverse. With 1 heart left, we'll take this card.
Oh, and Mu in the corner a little bit, dodges it and moves out. And again, once again, that red basic against a player looking to melee. So effective.
The red basic that hit onto Inverse was unfocused too. Which I need to point out because Mu is using unfocused and focused a lot. More unfocused. But Stun Wave does have to get used on the side of Inverse to not get hit.
Tap basic in general is so strong against melee as Red Hood. Such a good tool for catching approaches. And now Mu in the lead, but the stage shrinking. And Inverse in such a good position to just have so many angles of attack. Force Mu against the wall.
Force Mu in the corner. Dodge roll getting used.
Yeah, Mu
Not
just
finding any
moving around the stage. Gets caught there though. And now Mu circling interrupted.
Used, but Mu's in the corner. Mu in the corner does get hit.
Mu was just circling around, but that wide interrupted it, and now Mu with 1 heart needs to bring it back. And that bind will help. But there's so much basic pressure coming out the wide, and Mu steps back. Barely manages to avoid it. Inverse just dodges through, looking for another angle in. Good bind refresh by Mu to try and keep Inverse on his toes, but there's so many focused basics coming in, and that'll be it.
Currently tied, 1 apiece. Let's see how this next round goes. Because the last round, this could decide who is going to top 8 and getting some prizes, and who has to fight in losers bracket.
Both of them just cautious, doing their usual thing. Inverse rolling in, trying to get something, forcing the Vanish out early.
That's the first time Mu has ever used Vanish.
It's crazy. Inverse with a good roll in, but finds nothing. Defensive stun wave just to be sure.
I really thought the Frostahide would have hit Mu.
Oh,
but
and
no,
such good stutter stepping. Yeah. Inverse just stutter steps so well with the basic. And Mu, under so much pressure, has to dodge the Frost basic, Focus basic 1 over and over again.
Stun Wave gets used, but it was the basic that finds the hit onto Mu.
And Inverse with such good rolls, but moves up a little too much.
And rolls right into the wide. That stings. 2 each. 2 hearts each.
Really good wide refresh from Mu though to keep
Stun
Inverse.
Wave to not get hit by the focus basic.
And Inverse is consistently rolling around and towards Mu, trying to look for some pressure again here. Looking for a stun wave, gets it. Now moves on the last heart.
Baiting out. Nice work baiting out Vanish into stun wave.
Yeah, Mu had nowhere to go there. Inverse covered all of the options. And Inverse just needs 1 straight hit, just anything here to be up and in position to win this set.
Stun wave does get used, but it's not enough to save Inverse from the second set of knives. Mu in a corner though, but it's probably not going to matter because Mu is putting up so much pressure that Inverse can't really compete. Then again, it is 1 heart each.
Inverse just fishing for an angle. Oh, and rolls back into the basic.
Mu with the card advantage.
Oh, and Mu in the corner again. Forced. Stun wave does not connect, but Mu still in the corner. Manages to dodge all of that. Inverse looking for another angle. Backing up. Trying not to take a hit here. Rolls a little in place. And we reset back to neutral. But A inverse looking for another angle in. Trying to lock Mu's movements with wide.
Roll used to find the angle onto Mu. Inverse could potentially turn this around, but he's getting pressured by both lasers and knives. Has to roll out.
And Mu just dodging the focus basic so well. Just calm, staying in the same place.
Stun wave gets used, but Mu has already hit the vanish button. Therefore, it does not connect.
And the vanish in reaction to the stun wave, and then putting the knives out, having the knife activation take that hard, and Mu suddenly in a really nice position with so many red wides on screen. But Mu's the one that ends up getting hit there, and suddenly this pressure doesn't feel as strong anymore, as Inverse just needs 2 interactions or even 2 straight hits, just anything here.
Stun wave gets used to clear the bullets, but Mu is stuck in a corner.
And Mu's trying to maneuver up the side wall to the corner, going around and around, trying to find different directions to pressure, to drop the knives, to try and get a hit on A-Inverse here. A-Inverse dodging so well. Oh, but the center of that basic is what takes that heart.
That's gotta hurt. A-Inverse does return the favor, though, and Mu is on 1 heart. Mu does have a card advantage, so if he loses this, it's not too bad, but A-Inverse only has 2 hearts to play with.
Now A-Inverse rolling through the focus knives, trying to find stun wave pressure. Oh, and has to back up right into a wide with the knives approaching, but manages to secure the card with a wide of his own.
Last card, last match. This is scary. Mu putting up a lot of pressure up front.
A-Inverse trying to catch anything with the basic, just keeping up the pressure. Slowly looking for angles to get in, but gets caught by the outside basic.
Inverse microing the knives as best as he can and manages to live.
Yeah, the stun wave deleting them really helped. And now he looks for the angle, moves up, but A-Inverse just needs anything here. So many bullets on screen for both players. But Mu just confidently moving around and around, knowing that macroing the frost basic is a thing.
Stun wave gets used defensively, but as the walls are closing in, all this pressure on the side of Mu. Stun wave does not connect, and A-Inverse gets punished for it.
Yeah, and A-Inverse wants the walls to close in, but backs up. Oh no.
Oh, this might be it. 1 heart remaining. Up against the bottom of the wall, left side of the wall now. Mu keeping their distance, knives, lasers, you name it. This is possibly the end for A-Inverse unless they can pull off some miracle. Rolls out. Walls are closing in up to the max settings.
And A-Inverse prefers this close walls unless they're just on 1 heart and any hit will do them in. Just like that, a perfect card from Mu secures their trip into top 8.
Very nicely played from both the side of Mu and A-Inverse, but Mu had more pressure and was able to win that out. Joining Mu in top 8 would be Quetzal, Nyx, and Illy. So, of course, we have to see Illy.
Yup, the red mirror.
Oh, God. First it was... Oh, I'm not going to be happy with this, huh? Christmas has come early again.
Yeah, both of them really good red players. Ketzel kind of darting inward while Mu happy to sit back. And some of the classic Ketzel lag popping up. We'll see how Mu deals with it.
Yeah.
Both of them, I'm pretty sure Mu's from like somewhere in Asia, so man, the connection's gonna be wild. But Ketzel and Mu, both playing extremely well, but Ketzel trying to inch across the top wall. Gets caught by the knives. Vanish. Knife setup. Focus knives this time. Mu just micros through them. And now Ketzel's the one under pressure a bit, thanks to the binds. And I really thought Mu was going to be the one getting hit by the knives there, but Ketzel is instead. The basic catches. And another basic to seal the card for Mu. Both of them just getting ready.
Vanish
trying
had
to find
get
field
used on the
position.
side of Quetzal.
Ketzel's Vanish is still off cooldown. On cooldown, I mean. Now both their defensive tools are up. They're just dancing around each other, and Ketzel generally is trying to get closer, and Mu's just happy to sit back. Happy to circle around the stage. And now as the walls close in, it's going to turn into a bit of a sticky situation for both of them. They both have 4 hearts.
Mu is surviving on this bottom wall, even though he has knives, lasers, and a wide being thrown at him all at once.
Yeah, just moving back and forth so well.
But Quetzal gets hit.
Yeah, Ketzel's the one getting hit. And Mu just confidently darting back and forth, only using the vanish when truly necessary, microing the focus knives. And just going up and down to avoid those waves of knives. Mu just holding the ground at the bottom of the screen for what seems like forever.
One of Mu's lasers catches onto Quetzal. Mu is microing every single knife and lasers. Well, not that one. But he's doing it at a manner so efficiently that Quetzal just can't seem to find a hit. Except for there.
2 straight hits. Yeah, 2 straight hits thanks to the wide, the knives, and the basic all trapping Mu. And Mu just runs right through a focus, knives, just like that, and more connection dots appear.
Mu gets hit again. Quetzal could make this an even fight, and he does.
We really commentated a cursed Mu there. Mu was doing so well, and then we started talking about how well he was doing, and then it went downhill.
I'm just gonna shut up now, because apparently Cast a Curse is real.
Alright, Quetzal taking the first hit though, delivering the first hit, I mean. And in a pretty great field position, Mu constantly refreshing the binds. But Quetzal having plenty of room to move around. And now Mu's the one that replies back. Both of them just throwing out the min charge and slightly charged basics at each other. Quetzal seemingly going for the extra charge basics, but that's just the connection for you. Now Mu once again in the corner, dodges a little too little to dodge that and doubles back into that laser. And Quetzal looks like Quetzal's bouncing back.
It doesn't really matter how much pressure either of these players puts on the field. If you get hit by a stray knife or a stray laser, the battle can just turn like that. And I did it again! God, I'm awful, I'm sorry.
It's definitely it's a battle of pixels here. Battle of pixels and ping.
He can't Sonic Frog. Alright. Same matchup.
Yeah, Ketzel just keeping up the aggression, wants to close in while Moo's happy to sit back at the wall. Now Ketzel trying to catch a lateral movement from Moo with those slightly charged basics. Doesn't get anything.
Quetzal does get hit with a random laser though. But Moo still keeping up this somewhat controllable pressure.
Yeah, Moo, as I said, just sitting back. Happy to let Ketzel bonk. And more connection dots.
A bit of lag. Quetzal does get hit with one of Moo's wides.
Yeah, and Moo's so good at just refreshing those wides to keep Ketzel on their toes. But this time, takes an unfortunate turn right into the knives.
Quetzal gets hit again. This could be all tied up at 1 each. Vanish does get used on the side of Quetzal. Will we see the same from Moo? Probably not.
Yeah, the first card really could go to Moo here. Just needs one hit. But Ketzel constantly refreshing the wides as well. Trying to catch Moo off guard a little.
Vanish had to get used on the side of Moo.
And the wall is constantly closing in at this stage of the game.
At this stage of the game, either side can easily take out the other.
And Ketzel just confidently moves in for the basic, landing it. Was it a basic? I can't even tell. But unfortunately...
Quetzal will go down.
Yeah, Ketzel wanted to cut down, like right before, but moved a little too left and then cut down. Running into a wide. That was rough.
Moo used vanished early and got hit with one of Quetzal's wides. I'm not sure if that was really a good play.
I mean, Vanish, Knife, 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 Vanish, Knife, Knife, Knife is one of the holy round starts, and honestly, underrated. Like, it comes up once every, like, what, 20 rounds, when it should come up, like, once every 10 rounds. This time it didn't work out, though. Now, Moo just playing back as usual, but might need to be a little bit more proactive to secure this card. Down 3-2 now. Loss mitigated by 50%. No longer 2 hearts down, just 1. Dancing around the oncoming knives. And Ketzel's vanished 6 knives, just falling to the wayside as Moo dances around. But Moo's the one that gets hit there, and it looks like Ketzel will be evening up this game.
Moo on 1 heart. Does have a card advantage, but that can easily turn if Quetzal finds the hit.
Yeah, Ketzel trying to catch Moo's lateral movement with the slightly charged basics, but ends up getting hit instead. And it's very possible for Moo here, but Ketzel definitely in an advantage. Forcing out a vanish with those knives. And Moo is not in a great spot with all the knives coming in and the basic. Now Moo just sticking to the game plan. Trusting in the dodge. Ketzel goes for fully charged basic. Not quite working. And Moo with the pressure, just to tap basics over and over, trying to catch anything.
Moo will find the hit on the Quetzal. I think it was a wide that managed to catch onto him, and a laser will follow up.
Yeah, the first hit was pretty unfortunate with Quetzal trying to travel along the top wall but running straight into a wide. And the second hit, just a lot of pressure coming out from Moon. Now with the Vanish and the additional knives coming out, but oh, that's trippy. Do you see after the lag, like the spinning pre-knives disappeared, but the knives still came out?
I did not see that, but I definitely did see the lag. Moo gets hit, but is immediately traded.
Oh, and Moo takes the
Quetzal
game.
goes down. It's 1-1.
And both of these players just try and take the lead in this set. A very important lead in a best of 5. Wanting to go up 2 games to have the remaining matches be all match point, all set point. And Moo takes an early lead with a basic.
Bit of Quetzal lag. Okay, yeah, no, I see what invisible knives you're talking about.
Yep, they just disappear. And Quetzal down early, but still with a lot of pressure as Moo's content with sitting back at the wall, but moves forward, doubts, and moves right back into a wide. That's really unfortunate. Now Quetzal using Vanish as a pressure tool there, but doesn't really find anything.
Quetzal runs into a wide or basic. I can't really tell. But either way, he's on 1 heart for this card. And that puts him in super dangerous territory, especially with all the wides surrounding him.
Yeah, and Moo's so good at refreshing them, keeping Quetzal off guard. And as the Vanish comes out, you have to wonder when will Moo refresh right at the wrong moment. Almost catches Quetzal with that refresh. But Quetzal, no slouch, keeping up the pressure as well. Going for the full charge.
But the knives will not. The knives catch on to Quetzal. And Quetzal is down 1 heart.
Early melee hit from Quetzal. Almost gets another if Moo wasn't aware and didn't move up. Oh, and almost gets another hit onto Moo, but Moo enters back with the basic.
Quetzal had to use Vanish to get out of the corner, but it only puts him in another corner, and Moo will take the hit onto him. And another hit as Quetzal gets hit by the knives.
Yeah, the first hit was unfortunate as Quetzal kind of over-dodged into the outside beam, but that one just Moo placing the basic exactly where Quetzal's about to go.
A bit of Quetzal lag, but that won't stop it from reaching Moo.
And Moo
Vanish
tosses the Vanish.
Yeah.
And with that Vanish comes additional pressure with the 3 extra knives, but not really doing much to Quetzal. And Quetzal's... Oh.
Quetzal's
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
We are going back to character select.
Quetzal contemplating a switch. Oh.
Oh. He's asking if he can change settings. Okay.
And now we wait.
And now we wait. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Ox is here, Ox is gone.
Okay.
World record enter and exit. Maiden and Spell.
And Quetzal's back.
High back.
Okay. 1-2 match point in favor of Moo. Still going on the hood mirror.
Now Quetzal.
Oh god,
Green
they've
hood.
swapped colors.
Green hood Quetzal. Will this be a change in the pace of the set so far?
Well, Quetzal did say he had to turn bullet transparency all the way up. I don't know if that's gonna help when they've swapped colors.
I mean, I think it'll help quite a bit given the amount of screen pollution there is.
Bit of lag.
Oh, the invisible knives. They
Oh,
popped out
God.
of existence and then activated.
That was painful.
Alright, but this time both of them playing more back. Like, we don't see Quetzal being up in Moo's face nearly as much. Well, there's one.
Moo gets backed into the corner and gets hit with one of Quetzal's lasers. It gets hit again.
Yeah, and Quetzal just, I guess, with a change of playstyle to accompany the change in settings, staying a little bit more back but aggressing at times, just like this one, earning another hit.
I think bullet transparency changing was the play here. But as I say that, Quetzal gets hit by a knife.
Still doable for Moo. Oh, what a nice snipe attempt from Quetzal, but that doesn't quite land. And Moo narrowly dodging all the pressure, tries to fire back. And Quetzal circling around, trying to find a hit by approaching a little bit. And now since the vanish has been forced out, Moo doesn't have any defensive tools, but manages to land a hit, giving a brief moment to relax.
There is no brief moment to relax. They're both on one heart. And Moo is stuck in the corner. Can't escape, and that's going to be the first round going to Quetzal.
Yeah, really nice play from Quetzal. Moo microed a ton of stuff, but that corner position wasn't very fun to be in.
Both sides circling around each other. Not finding anything just yet, but the Quetzal lag probably could affect this match. Although, as we said, lag doesn't matter because rollback.
Well, it does matter. There's a lot of moves that become much less reactable or unreactable thanks to the lag. But in this particular match, I think both of them are suffering equally because they're the same character.
Yep. Plus, with the amount of lag that is on screen, it's really not that much. So you can just land, like, you can react to bullets much faster. Quetzal, unfortunately, couldn't react to 2 shots and will be down in the stock advantage. And runs into the wide too. That's
yeah,
painful.
Moo's just bringing this one back, tying it up in cards. And this is still Moo's set point. Any of those could secure
Quetzal
this
has
card.
to use Vanish, so he's not going to have that available for another 8 seconds. We'll find the hit onto Moo with the knives.
Yeah, Moo just needs to find one hit here, but that one hit seems so hard when Quetzal's so evasive, dodging so well, uses the Vanish to get out of the sticky situation with knives. But constantly just moving up, doubling back.
Has to be super careful. Moo runs into the wide.
And Moo still just needs one shot, but Quetzal within reach of this card and this particular game in this set. That one hit just feels so far away.
Move.
Now Quetzal just one heart away from
Tied up.
reverse sweeping this stock. One heart. Oh, but
It's not gonna happen.
not today.
And now they're tied at 1 card each.
Oh,
Round start laser. Okay.
what a great melee. It's so scary.
Okay, lands 2 hits on Moo.
3.
3 hits on Moo. Is this a perfect coming out from the side of Quetzal?
And Moo just must be extremely nervous right now. 3 hits in a row is an experience that you do not want to have. Especially not in that fashion.
No, and it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, it's all tied up.
So this is match point.
Yeah, the set's decided from this. Both of them spamming knives in the center, trying to catch each other off guard.
Not happening, but Quetzal will take the hit off of a stray laser.
Yeah, and both of them playing a lot more back. Moo this time playing actually more forward, uncharacteristic of what we've seen so far. But this time Quetzal approaches with the knives, and the knives catch Moo.
Both players need to be super careful. Quetzal forcing Moo up against the wall. Moo's somehow dodging really well. Vanish has to get used from both sides.
Yeah, Moo just so good at the micro, so good in those pressure-heavy situations, making it out. And holding a very narrow lead at the moment. But Quetzal is not that far behind. One heart can be erased in an instant.
As you say that, Moo runs into the wide, but it is instantly traded out as Moo hits Quetzal with the laser.
It's not a great spot for Quetzal, and as the Vanish comes out, there are no more resources for Quetzal. Has to wait on that very long cooldown. Still 6 seconds away. Moo vanishes, but has way more knives to play with now. But the Vanish is back up for Quetzal. Has been for quite a bit. So definitely in a slight advantage here, because Moo doesn't have it up, now has it up.
The border limit has been reached. Knives are flying everywhere, lasers are flying everywhere. Moo has to use Vanish.
Oh, Moo's just dodging so well.
Holy crap, what is this micro? Okay. Quetzal finds the hit on the knife, but that was some great dodging on the side of Moo.
And Quetzal too, staying alive there, just needs one hit. Either side just needs one hit to be up in the last game of this set. Anything can do it here. Vanish coming out.
Vanish comes out into
Exits
wide.
Vanish. Yeah, exits Vanish right on top of the wide. And now Quetzal, you have to think Quetzal has all the momentum here. After that no-biter of a last card.
Gotta be careful. Quetzal uses Vanish early, will get hit with one of Moo's lasers.
What a smart basic from Moo there.
As you say that, he runs wide.
That's awkward.
Quetzal runs into one of Moo's wides too.
You know, Quetzal's just being polite, because, like, running to wide, not something that happens every day. It happens, like, every card.
Quetzal lagged, but Moo finds the hit. Quetzal having to use Vanish now.
And we could very well be going to the last card here.
It's gonna happen. Last card, last match. Could
It's
it be
all
a
tied up.
one heart situation?
It's all tied up, and I don't want to jinx anything, but oh no, Moo gets trapped and tries to dodge without using the Vanish.
Moo doesn't use Vanish as often as Quetzal does.
Quetzal's
I don't know if that...
Quetzal's
he's
just
relying-
making use of the resources, you know?
Not to mention that Moo is also microing more flawlessly than... I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna
Yeah,
shut up.
it doesn't matter how much you micro, if like using your resources would have saved you, you know? So using your
Right.
resources well is still a skill. And now Ketzel trying to get these last two hits with the slightly focused basics and the a bit more focused basics. Charged, I mean. But
Vanish comes out from the side of Moo.
in this situation, both of them just dodged so well. Oh, but the knife right in the right spot. And you have to think this is over.
It's not over yet.
It's looking quite over. Oh!
It's not over yet! Quetzal does take a hit. Moo's still in this.
Yeah, Moo vanished at the perfect time to not get hit by the laser at the top, but there it is.
Will get hit with the knives, and that is Quetzal with the 3-2, moving on to winners finals.
Ketzel makes top 3.
Top 6.
Wait, it's top 3. The Castle, winners finals is guaranteed top 3. With losers quarterfinals. Moo could go worm, but I don't think it'll happen. Will it? Yeah, it's not.
Please? Ah.
Moo has gone worm in the past, but this tournament, it looks very much red.
These
Oh.
colors just hurt the eyes.
And Moo, really nice dodge on the pressure, but moves forward into the second basic, and what a disaster. However, it's not all downhill as it's even again.
Moo finding the basic onto speed, even though Moo was in the corner. Really nice play, although, as I say that, speed putting up the pressure again.
Yeah, Maiden and Spell is a game that really rewards you for pressing button, being able to press buttons while in disadvantage. And Speed just moving in with the layered pressure so much, but Moo somehow manages to hug the inside wall of the wides.
And that is a break on the side of Moo.
Yeah,
Speed taking this first.
Oh.
Huh?
Never mind. I was about to say caught between a rock and a hard place because the wall and the basic just trapped the Moo. Had to go up or down.
And couldn't escape the basic on that one. Even moving up or down doesn't help.
Yeah, just just completely hit by that one. And now Speed just slowly building up the pressure, but it gets interrupted. It just gets hit. And then runs forward, and the melee pressure scores another hit back. Diamonds come out, Moo confidently just weaving around them, doubling back a little bit to make sure that no risks are being taken. And wow, all of that wide pressure.
Moo was in a difficult spot, so they had to vanish away from the wall. Still putting up pressure and finding a stray laser onto Speed. But Moo's stuck in this corner again.
Yeah, it was a really bad spot, and Moo somehow managed to just dance out of it. But now with the vanish gone, oh, and I just try to lead into a point, Speed is the one getting hit, and all that pressure disappears. But Speed trying to start it up again. Both players just dancing around each other, trying to find an angle. Speed trying to stack pressure from multiple angles, as Sunny players just do. And as that basic closes in, Moo presses to vanish, but doesn't really get anything out of the resulting extra knives, and it's suddenly even.
1-1 on each side. Moo with the card disadvantage.
Oh.
Ah, the basic.
Just stays in it a bit too long.
Centipede staying.
Is Moo staying, or will that game?
They're staying.
All right. Speed almost in a very bad spot there. Just diamond boosts out of the knife and basic pressure. The wall was coming and smartly avoids it.
Moves in the corner again.
Oh, and gets
Will
caught by
get
the
hit.
the lasting hitbox. And another one. Speedwagon's just continuing this pressure of wides, and this time diamonds as well. And as the vanish comes out, Speedwagon just maneuvering around, unfazed by the extra knives.
But all this pressure that Speed is putting out onto Moo. Vanish isn't up, so he will have to run into the wide.
Yeah, just has to take that hit. Just makes a mistake and gets punished so much for it. And Vanish is up now and immediately gets used. But Speed's Dispel is also up, and that was such a clean card from Speed.
Nicely done from the side of Speed. A perfect 4-0 on that card. Diamonds and waffles coming out. But Speed will get hit by a stray knife.
Yeah, the waves of knives from the bottom of the screen just come in from a different angle and hit Speed. Just almost blindside Speed, but the diamonds coming out from Speed, that's a nice response.
Speed is Speed, as Dispel gets used defensively to not get hit by the laser. But all this pressure that Moo is putting out as Speed gets hit by a random knife, Moo can turn this around if done
Oh,
correctly.
that's quite a bit of lag, huh?
Was that lag? I didn't notice lag.
Massive 3 dots and them flying across. Maybe it's different on each of our screens.
Maybe, yeah. Moo does run into a basic.
And Speed just has such a commanding lead at this point, even after taking the hit. Just needs to take two hearts off this card, and it's over for Moo. But Moo could be taking this a bit farther with
It's
any hit.
even now, but one hit could spell the end of this run.
And both of them looking for one hit desperately.
But Moo gets it.
Yeah, Moo gains 3 more hearts to continue the run. Oh, that was so close. The Dispel slowdown almost caught Moo in that basic. And now, as the waffles come out, Moo finds a way in with the basic. And Moo just stuck in the corner again. Gets out with the vanish, but the Dispel response. And Speed had something going there with the wide pressure post Dispel with the slow, but immediately walks into bind, but then answers back, and the game's moving too fast.
2-3 right now. Moo having to deal with all the pressure, stuck in a corner. Somehow evades it all.
Yeah, and the heart lead is suddenly not a lead anymore, as they're all tied up at 2. Especially with the diamond pressure coming out, and there it is.
Can't survive.
Speed just needs one more, and Moo just needs to hang on a little bit longer.
Has to get out of the corner, so Vanish was burned.
Oh, there it
But
is.
runs to the basic, and that's it. Centipede 2-0.
Speed just played so well there, and Moo as well. That last running into the basic was because Moo was trying to move down out of another activating basic. It was just really good positioning from Speed.
Yep. All right. So Nyx and Kero next.